Please welcome, joined by his fiancée Michelle, Ryan Shazier.
And with the 28th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Terrell Edmunds.
So Ryan Shazier walks out and welcomes into the mix to the defense in Pittsburgh Terrell Edmunds, who, as we all know, is the first time in the NFL draft history that brothers are taken in the same first round. His brother Tremaine was taken by the Bills 16th overall. And now it is Terrell Edmunds taken 28th overall, as announced by Ryan Shazier. That was an awesome moment.
I got chill bumps watching Ryan Shazier walk out there with his fiancée, considering where he's coming from. Wow.
Well, the Steelers pick is in. Ryan Shazier made the announcement. Really cool to see him on the stage walking to the podium. Kind of, sad to see him in that condition. An all-world athlete. Basically like grimacing as he was walking. But it was really cool to see him being able, to walk, which was, the main thing. So I can only hope he improves in his condition, but he seemed to be in good spirits and made the pick. The pick is Terrell Edmunds, safety from Virginia Tech. And I can't say that I'm thrilled with the selection, and it's nothing against Edmunds as a player. It's something where it's just Edmunds as a pick in the first round. And it's hard to go based on mock drafts because mock drafts are almost always wrong. In fact, they were spectacularly wrong in this circumstance. I didn't see any mock draft other than, one. I think Jason Lockenforest one had Baker Mayfield going 1, and he was the only one that had Baker Mayfield going 1. So basically every mock draft is wrong, but no one mocked Edmunds that I saw in the first round. He was a second-round guy. I don't even see like a fringe first-rounder, like a pure second-round guy. So in that circumstance, the Steelers reached. Now, unfortunately for the Steelers, they did not seem to be interested in trading up. I feel like they had opportunity to trade up, especially with the circumstances of Martavis Bryant, where they traded him to Oakland for a third-round pick. So you package that third-round pick, and you can move up for Rashaan Evans, move up for Van Der Esch possibly. I think Van Der Esch would have cost more because he was drafted at 19, so that would have been up a few spots. But Tennessee hopped right up there to take Evans. So I thought with the news coming that Bryant was traded, that the Steelers would use that extra third to hop up into the first to potentially take Evans, but they did not do that, and they waited. And I think, honestly, and this could be a hot take, I think they may have wanted to trade down or out of the first round, and they didn't have any takers. So they took their guy, and their guy was Edmunds at that point. Now, like I said, nothing against Edmunds. I'm sure he'll fit in. I think he'll be an improvement, but what's that say about safeties currently? Well, if it's Burnett, you just paid Burnett top dollar money. So you're not replacing Burnett, so you're replacing Sean Davis. And if you're replacing Sean Davis and making him a backup, does that make Sean Davis as a second-round pick a bust? it's hard to say. He should, as a first-round pick, be competing for a starting spot and should be able to contribute this year. And maybe it's somebody where they play nickel. The Steelers played nickel 70% of the time last season. So are you bringing him in on nickel sets? And are you bringing him in as the safety and you're bringing Burnett in as the deep linebacker? Because if you're doing that, then you've made an improvement this year. But if you're having him sit and wait, this is not necessarily improvement for this year. Now, when I did the mock draft previously, I had said that this was last year for Bell, this was last year for Bryant. Well, Bryant's already gone tonight. He's gone for an extra third-round pick. Steelers have 3 picks tomorrow, and they have holes to fill. They created a hole with Bryant that they now have to fill with a wide receiver. So they have wide receiver holes. They did not address inside linebacker, not that I wanted them to necessarily reach, because the drop-off from the top 2 linebackers to the middle-of-the-road linebackers is significant, but they have some things they need to address. So the question is are they going to take that third pick, the third-round pick, the one they got for Bryant, and are they going to move up in this draft, or are they going to stand pat and draft second, third, which is possible. So it'll be interesting tomorrow. As far as Edmunds goes, he looks like, a good character guy, a good guy to have in a locker room, a stand-up guy, he can be a violent hitter. I've seen some highlights. I watched some highlights on him. Ball hawk type of guy. He has some spotty play to it. Sometimes he makes bad decisions, and that's things that'll need to be addressed. You wonder how he fits into this team this year. I'm hoping it's as a starter, but we shall see. So as far as the pick, I think they reached, to be honest, I think they wanted to trade out, honestly. I think arguably that they traded Bryant with the intent that they were going to trade up for a potential player. Now, who that potential player was, it doesn't sound like it was Evans, because it looks like they had the opportunity and they didn't do it. So they may have been attempting to trade up for someone and they just didn't because they were picked. But I think they were fine with Bryant going for the third-round pick. Whether or not that's a good move, we'll only know based on the rest of their draft and how the rest of their offseason shakes out. But as far as Edmunds, the Steelers are very high on him. They seem to think he's a 4-down player for them. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he proves he's not a reach and that, he contributes right away and makes the Steelers a better defense. But as it stands here tonight, draft night, day 1 of the draft tonight, I'd like to see the rest of their draft before I make a final opinion. But as far as this first-round pick, I think it's a reach. I think there was better value on the board. Not really at the position they needed, but there was better value on the board. So it'll be interesting to see what they do day 2. And day 2 may change my opinion on this draft, but so far this draft is not shaken out very well for the Steelers, with now Bryant gone and them drafting a safety when they've signed 2 safeties in the offseason. I don't know if obviously he's going to make the team, but somewhere where he's going to fit in and contribute this season remains to be seen. So we'll see. Maybe I'll give day 2 analysis if I feel like it tomorrow night. If I'm just a dejected, sad Steeler fan, maybe I'll do it after the entire draft. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out some of my other Steelers-related videos. And I'm going to be headed to the Steelers Fan Blitz on Saturday and be doing a video there. So I'll post that on here, but check it out. And thanks for watching. All right, bye.